Hi friends, I'm starting an experiment to grow radishes in Aerogarden Harvest XL. This variety is called German Giant. So far, French breakfast radishes are my favorite. Every time when I want to grow radishes, French breakfast radishes is the first one I will pick, and I will just pick it blindly because they're very fast and the radishes get really big. Let's see how this giant radish variety grow in hydroponic systems. Let's see if it can beat and change my mindset on French breakfast radishes. I'm placing 2 seeds in each pod and using all 6 pods. That's it. It is very easy to start this garden. Normally, I always use stickers on the pods, but radish plants come really fast and they can cover the light going onto the sponges. So I don't need to worry about any algae issues. Since the crop is very fast, I also don't need to worry about mold issues. So when I grow radishes, I am happy to leave the pods open, but for any other variety, I'll always add stickers. For this variety, I'm just leaving it as is. This garden is all set. As always, I will add water, but I will not add the nutrition right away. I will start adding nutrition once I see the seedlings. This garden is all set and good to go.
It's been 4 days. The germination is excellent and the seedlings are coming nice. I see 2 seedlings in 4 pots and 1 seedling in 2 pods. This is the reason I always want to go with at least 2 seeds in each pod. All of these seedlings are doing good except this one. This seedling is struggling a little bit. It is actually growing above the pod. Most of the roots are actually above the pod, so I'm going to help this seedling, otherwise it's not going to grow well. It won't be able to absorb the nutrition very well, and the plant also may not be strong. It may just fall out, so I'm going to help this plant. Basically, I will pull it out, open the sponge a little bit and push the seedling a little bit deep into the pod. It got twisted a lot, so I don't know if I can fix it without breaking it. In case if I break this seedling, I'm going to pull out one of the seedlings from these pods. All of these pods have 2 seedlings, so I'm going to pull out one of these seedlings and place it here. Alright, I couldn't fix the seedling that came in this pod, so I transplanted one of the seedlings from here to here. Now all pods have seedlings looking good. And now that I see the seedlings, I will start adding the nutrition. I will use Aerogarden nutrients throughout this grow cycle, and I will use 10 ml at every feeding cycle. Normally I use 8 ml for harvest models, but this Harvest XL come up with a little bit bigger bowl, so I'm going to add 10 ml at every feeding cycle. It's been 10 days. The plants are coming excellent and I already see the radish formation. Look at this red stem. That's where the radish is going to come, and I see that on all plants. Good progress so far. And it's just day 10.
By the way, these seedlings are falling off on one side pretty badly, and the wet sponge is completely exposed to the light. So that will trigger some algae development on the sponges. So I had no choice but to add these aluminum foils on top of the sponges. So this way I am blocking the light as much as possible. Maybe I should have added the stickers at the beginning to keep it simple, but it is not a big deal. I can handle these kind of things at any time during the grow cycle.
It's day 15. The radishes have been developing very well. Look at these radishes. Usually they take a little bit of time. We feel like there is not much progress in the initial days, but once the plants reach to this stage, they will show significant difference day by day from now on. Let's see where they will end up and how fast they can grow from here. It's day 28. The radishes are coming really nice, but only one radish is really looking giant. The other one are big, but I don't really say they are giant, and the remaining radishes are still babies. I know all radishes don't grow exactly the same way at same pace. All of them don't grow to the same size, but this is definitely a lot of variance in the size of radishes. But this one is really giving me the feel of joint. I wish all these radishes reached to the same size, but they are not. Anyway, these radishes have reached their maturity. According to the package instructions, these radishes will mature in 30 days. With that, these radishes are just 2 days away from their maturity. I can definitely harvest this radish and keep the remaining radishes in the garden so that they will continue to grow. Let's see if they can really get to the joint size. I'd really doubt, because they're really looking babies. So I don't have any hopes that they will become joint, but let's give them some time and see. Maybe I'll keep them until day 35. After that, there is no point keeping these radishes because they get woody and they get super spicy, and we won't be able to eat them properly. So there's no point keeping them for a really long time. It's day 33. The radishes have crossed their maturity. Their standard maturity is 30 days and they are 3 days over their standard maturity, but that's not really a big deal. Sometimes I keep the radishes almost like 10 days above their standard maturity. The main point I want to mention here is they are not showing any further progress. Not only this giant one, even the smaller ones are not showing any progress. That means this is the max they can grow here. None of them are really joint. Yeah, this is definitely big, but I don't say it is joint. The reason I say these are not joint anymore is because I have been growing French breakfast radishes for many years in hydroponic systems, and they grow really big. Just as an example, look at these French breakfast radishes. These radishes are 32 days old, and look at this French breakfast. It is not fat, but it is pretty tall, and this is really big French breakfast radish I got. And look at all these radishes. They are pretty decent sized. So these are not really joint as their name stands, but they're pretty decent. Once in a while I can switch between French breakfast and these German giant radishes, and I can enjoy different sizes, dimensions. I don't know if there will be any nutritional difference, but it's always good to try different varieties and consume different varieties. So with that, I'm happy with this harvest and I'm happy with this yield. I'm happy with the growth of these radishes. Overall, this is a very good experiment. I can harvest the radishes just within 30 days. So everything went really well with this variety, and I'm happy to grow them again and again. Alright, I am harvesting my first German giant radish. Here we go. Wow, looks pretty good. Awesome, nice colorful outside and the same white inside like many radishes. Time to scoop up. It's time to cut it and give it a taste test. It looks pretty good. I'm little concerned that I waited a little too long and I thought it's going to get woody, but it doesn't look like. Now I'm going to give it a taste test. Very good actually. Wow, interestingly, a lot of sweetness. There's a little bit of spice touch, but mostly sweet. Wow, this is really amazing. Fantastic. I love it. Even if I'm not making the salad, I love to have these radishes on the side of my lunch if I'm eating rice. Having them on the side and eating them in between is going to give me a nice spice touch and enhance the lunch experience. Very nice. Alright, that is all for now. Thanks for watching and happy hydroponics gardening.